A pair of progressive Democrats are now pushing a new bill that could make homeless encampments a national crisis. The Housing Not Handcuffs Act is the brainchild of Florida Congressman Maxwell Frost and squad member Pramila Jayapal. Now, if passed, it would prohibit any federal agency from criminalizing a homeless person on public land engaging in life-sustaining activities. Now, this is including but not limited to moving, resting, sitting, standing, lying down, sleeping, and eating. Jillian, certainly this will be deemed unconstitutional for being overbroad and vague, but I noticed someone from the West Coast, which you are too, what we have seen and still existing is a rampant takeover of public lands by the homeless. So all this will do is be another magnet, another pull factor so that they can hang out and, oh, I'm laying down so you can't do anything about it, ruining it for everyone else when there are other resources for them.
This doesn't solve homelessness. It enshrines it. It makes it a national problem. And the reality is that people are overdosing on the streets. That's the truth. If you really have such a bleeding heart, it's not working. Forget about the kids that have to walk by some frozen crack addict with his pants down around his ankles and a needle hanging out of his arm, which is very, very real and something that my children were, misfortunate enough to see numerous times. There are other ways forward, and I took some notes for you guys. There was a program that still exists, but it's underfunded because of civil liberties issues, called AOT. So this was an assisted outpatient treatment. The people on the streets are generally drug addicts or they have mental health problems. So this was for people with mental health issues. And you could pick them up for loitering, minor things, and you could force them into treatment and therapy. They had one called SIP, which was for serial inebriate program for people with addiction. And the success rates were tremendous. This was working. But because it was politically incorrect, they stopped it. And now you're seeing what the alternative is in real time.
The alternative, this overgeneralized sort of virtue signaling, thoughtless, frankly, plan that just enables these guys to tell their voters that they're doing something while ruining it for the tax-paying citizens and especially the kids that can't use their baseball fields and their schools anymore.
So these people also know exactly what they're doing. They've seen homeless encampments. Certainly they have. I spent a few years in California, and not as many as you, but when I go to California, when I look at California, the number one complaint, even by the most liberal, bluest of the liberals, is the homeless encampments. And it's a huge problem. And a lot of folks that don't live in LA or New York or other places with a sizable homeless population, they romanticize homelessness in a way as it's just people down on their luck. Right. And so they see people, if they're just in public lands, just trying to sleep. That is not the case. These are drug addicts. These are people that are mentally unwell, and we feel for them. However, at some point, you can't nationalize this. If you think that this looks like a good idea, go to Skid Row and see what that looks like.
That's the thing. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I would encourage people to understand what homelessness looks like in California. It is not just a product of being down on your luck. It is a lifestyle for a lot of these people.
That has been allowed to foment for decades. Clearly not without the absolute influx of spending to it, which doesn't solve the problem. So Jayapal, for example, from Seattle Harris, Seattle spends $1 million per homeless person per year. Clearly it's not helping. So all of a sudden this is going to help it? Like, clearly their plans are not working.
But in part because of what Jillian was talking about, it's not working because when they stumble upon a program that actually does work, they don't want to fund it.
Right.
So I have lots of questions about where the money really does go. Because if they're starving and they're still homeless and the programs that would work you're no longer funding, follow the money. Is somebody making, who makes money off of homelessness? Fill in the blank. Because it's got to be somebody.
Yep, nonprofit orgs. Yep, exactly.
Bingo. Whole exposés on this. California spent like $24 billion and can account for none of it, and the problem got significantly worse.
Because people make salaries.
Bingo.
Fixing this problem, but the problem never gets fixed.
If you care about these people, they're dying on the street. You could help them. Yeah. There are programs that work. Yeah. They don't care about that.
No.
This is an incredibly complex issue. Your point about Skid Row, excuse me, great example that has grown in its, 105-year history to multiple times bigger now, added to that with the illegal aliens and homeless illegal aliens. But this is cruelty. One, it's uninformed. Let me back up. It's uninformed by these two Congress members because typically local law enforcement and local responders and local organizations, maybe state agencies, deal with homeless issues, not the federal government. So they're just pushing a narrative, virtue signaling. Fact is that this is cruel to the homeless. You're not helping them. This is real cruelty by Democrats who use them the way they use illegal aliens and all other groups, the way they used blacks, the way they used women, the way they use children. They use people as props for their policies and their power.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Compagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.